Well, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. You are my one and only today, it seems like. Maybe
Looks
somebody else
like
will
it.
pop on. That's okay. I'm all right with that. Makes for a good time. Today I wanted to go over just how you can kind of clean up your opportunities. Now it's getting towards the end of the year and make sure everything's kind of set up and fresh for 2022. If you have any questions, feel free to ask and
Okay.
interrupt. I have no problems with that at all. Can you see my command screen?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So in your opportunities applet in command, that's where I'm going to be today. If it'll look. It's been a little finicky today. It's been working, but it's been slow. Let me just put it that way. So the easiest way to kind of look through all your opportunities is to click all opportunities here at the top. And that gives you everything. So I have them all here. By default, mine filter by close date. So whichever you feel like makes the most sense. I would think for cleanup purposes, that would be the best option. And it's showing me 1 of 25 of my 111. So I'm going to change that to as most as possible. And then make sure you don't have any filters on, or if you want to filter by, if you want to start with just listings or just buyers, or if you have tenant or landlord scenarios, you can absolutely do that. Sometimes that's easier to go through. That's why it's not as overwhelming. You can filter by the phase if you want to just filter and just see the opportunities you have in each stage, just to make it a little bit easier to see. You can type in a specific contact or choose a specific tag. If you're on a team, which wouldn't apply to you, you could choose the owner, close date, or the created date range. So if you want to look at just January of this year because it will show pretty much all of your opportunities until today, and then hit done. So that's the created date range. So the easiest and best way is to do it by that, just so you're looking at just this year. So 1/1 through 12/1, which is today. Then you just click apply. There it goes. And that filtered it down to just 53 instead of 111. So that cut that in half, which is nice. So then I would just go through and I would probably again filter by phase one more time once I had that, just because you're under contracts, your pendings and close, they're probably active. But I know sometimes things fall out and we forget about them and they're still there, but you can go stage by stage just to make it easier. Or if you want to just filter through the date range with listing or buyer, either or, whatever makes the most sense to you. So I'll do cultivate because usually that's the kind of beginning stages, and that's where the bulk of your opportunities usually live if you put them in that early. So I'm got it down to 26 now. So then I can just go through and look at them and see if these are still people I'm having conversations with, or if they've decided to go with another agent, or whatever the reason may be. So there are 2 options for you on getting rid of these opportunities. You can mark it as a lost opportunity, or you can just archive it. If it is not truly lost, like say they decided they're not going to look for a house right now, and they still are invested in you, but they're just not finding anything they like right now in the market. These are more going to be buyers than sellers. Oh, and I mean, it can apply to sellers too. If they decided they don't want to list their house right now for whatever reason, I would just archive it rather than mark it as lost, just because the lost shows up kind of in your numbers for your goal tracking and stuff like that, versus an archive. You just archive it and then you can take it out if you need it later.
Once it's lost, do you lose it forever and have to create a new one, or can you bring it back later if you needed to?
I think I know with the archives you can bring them back. I'm not sure with the lost. We can try it though. I'm gonna change the name of this so I don't lose it.
Because I'm thinking I marked one lost recently and then it came back and I brought it back again.
Okay, I'm pretty sure you can.
Maybe I just archived it. I don't remember.
Yeah. So, and then let me go back. All opportunities, because when there is an option to filter to turn on lost so these are archived. So you can turn on archives from here. But let me go into my settings and see if I can find it. Opportunity. I don't see it in here. It might be gone forever. Let's see, which mine are all fake, so it doesn't matter for me, but let me search. Oh, there it is. So it doesn't look like it completely gets rid of it, and then you should be able to turn it off. Okay, so you can. So it doesn't go, so the archives do kind of go in another place. But it does look like the lost opportunities, so they're both retrievable. So either
Okay,
or, it does, again, it does affect your number. So if you would want to, either or, it doesn't really matter in this instance. But just a quick way to archive them, so to archive them, you can click it in the three dots and just click archive. Or if you want to do the lost opportunity, you do have to go into the details and mark it. So that is just the only difference. But if you're opening it just to kind of review anyways, you're already in it. So either way, and then they are just searchable in all opportunities. So it seems like even if you mark it as a lost opportunity, you can type in either the contact or the address if you know it, or the opportunity name, and you can still find it. But if you are looking for archived ones, make sure you turn on this switch in the filters, so those will show up, and then you can restore those as well. So yeah, that's all I have. Super quick and easy, but it's just a nice way to get your command cleaned up before next year.